The Davis Knight Show. Yeah. Hey guys, it's me, Davis Knight. Welcome back to episode 119 of The Davis Knight Show, where you can find a little bit of motivation, jokes, and trivia all in one. So let's jump into our first part of the show, You Issues. Today's episode will be all about one of the key components of leadership, which is wisdom. Wisdom is about respect, patience, kindness, honesty, and more importantly, listening to others. If you don't have those skills in place, you cannot be wise, no matter how smart you may be. When you show wisdom, people will respect you a lot more, and you will definitely have a lot more trust. So let's get into today's quote, the one I actually really like. Wisdom is the reward you get for a lifetime of listening when you'd have preferred to talk. Quote by Doug Larson. This quote means that to have wisdom, it's not all about talking and being the best of the best. Sometimes wisdom means listening without always having the floor. Because just like I say, people love it when others hear them talk about what they want to hear you talking about, such as themselves. This may not satisfy you short term, but at the end of the day, you will be the most well-respected person in the room. Remember, respect is 20% speaking and 80% listening. That's something even I struggle with. With that being said, let's jump into some trivia. Question 1 is Florida themed. What meme originated from a superhero in Florida? A, the Citrus Savior. B, Heat Man. C, Florida Man. Or D, Alligator Boy. I'm going to give you a minute to think. Okay, the correct answer is C, Florida Man. Florida Man became a meme because of the state's sunshine laws, which makes all legal records public. Because of this, every day there were headlines like, Florida man arrested for feeding an alligator in his backyard, or Florida man arrested for chopping down their neighbor's trees. While it's meant to be a man in Florida, it became a meme about the name to identify to one superhero/villain. It's not as popular as it once was because of other memes like Ohio, though. Question 2 is tech-themed. In what month and year was the iPod announced? A, September 2012. B, October 2001. C, June 1998. Or D, April 2006. I'm going to give you a minute to think. Okay, the correct answer is B, October 2001. This was around when Apple was starting to first gain popularity. Steve Jobs even came up with a slogan called 1,000 Songs in Your Pocket, a huge upgrade from cassettes and CD players. Question 3 is gaming themed. In Minecraft, which one of these ores cannot be used to make armor or tools? A, emeralds. B, diamonds. C, gold. Or D, iron. I'm going to give you a minute to think. Okay, the correct answer is A. There is no such thing as emerald tools or armor due to its main use being a currency in villages. Still, it's pretty useful for starting a trade in the village. The next question is United States themed. Which one of these states is the least populated? A, New Hampshire. B, Wyoming. C, Idaho. Or D, Hawaii. I'm going to give a minute to think. Okay, the correct answer is B, Wyoming, with a small population of 575,000 people. To put that into perspective, New York has 14 times that amount of population. And that's just permanent residents. Even Puerto Rico has 5 times that amount of people, yet never became a state and still has no representation. Same with DC. Question 5. What is the average amount of time young adults spend on their phone? A, 4 to 5 hours per day. B, 1 to 2 hours per day. C, 3 to 3.5 hours a day. Or D, 30 minutes a day. I'm going to give a minute to think. Okay, The correct answer is, unfortunately, A, 4 to 5 hours a day. That's right, kids. By the time you are home from school and after-school activities are done, most kids don't even have that time on their hands. Meanwhile, some young adults struggle to keep themselves limited on their smartphones. Now it is time for some news in the world. Elon Musk is releasing Grokpedia, a competitor to Wikipedia, which many claim as an unreliable source. No matter what, if you were in school for the past 20 years, you'd at least hear once a teacher say, Wikipedia is not a reliable source. Like, come on. Okay, now, time for Slang of the Week. This week's slang is aura. Aura is a way of expressing how cool someone is. For example, if something is cool, you could say, you have lots of positive aura. Otherwise, if you think someone's not so cool, you could say, negative aura. For example, a friend comes and says, oh, you got a new lunchbox? That's some positive aura towards you right there. They're basically saying, you're very cool. Also, this month, you may have recognized it's World Mental Health Day. So here are 6 things mentally strong people do. First up, they move on. They forget about their past mistakes because there's nothing we can do to change it. Then, they embrace change. Challenges are opportunities. Never consider them threats. 3, focus on happiness, not sadness. And they take risks. Growth comes from smart, intentional action. They also seek lots of knowledge. They learn from life experiences and experts. And they invest in themselves. They prioritize personal growth and their future. Isn't that pretty cool? And I encourage all of you to do the same. I'm going to work on it too. Now time for fun stuff. Are you ready to smile? Drum roll, please. Joke of the week. What is a computer's least favorite rodent? Any guesses? A rat. Haha, get it? A rat is a remote access Trojan, which is a virus that gives hackers remote access to your entire device without you knowing. It's one of the most powerful vulnerabilities in the world of tech, but there is a way to prevent it. Now time for the tech tip. Find and easily remove your information from data breaches. Without you even knowing, there can be dozens of websites that you have signed up for that were breached and now have all your personal data. Even sites like Amex, Capital One, Facebook, LinkedIn, and even VTech have been breached and had tons of confidential information illegally sold online. But luckily, there is an easy way to find out if you were in any of these breaches and fix it. There is a free and trusted service called HaveIBeenPwned.com. That is HaveIBeen.com, where you can search your email addresses and passwords and find loads of breaches. The average is actually 4 to 8 breaches. Have I Been Pwned has even been endorsed by companies like 1Password. Okay, now, just a reminder to please donate to the Davis Knight Show and my Be a Mind Reader campaign with Advent Health. To donate, please go to www.thedavisknightshow.com, and then under the About Us section, you'll see the link to donate. And if you can't donate, please remember to rate and review my podcast. Okay, that's it. Now go and have a great day. And make sure to smile. Bye, everyone.